When you look at me, what are some things that you would say to describe me? Maybe brown hair, blue eyes, freckles. From looking at me, what would you guess that my religion is? In America, more than likely you would probably assume that I was Christian. That assumption, however, would be false. Being Jewish in a Christian-focused society is entirely more challenging than a lot of people understand. When I was younger, I was never able to obtain perfect attendance in school because I was required to take off for holidays. I was never able to participate in most after-school activities that my fellow classmates were involved in, including Girl Scouts and dance team, because I had Hebrew school classes during the week. On top of missing out of all the fun events throughout my childhood, I also faced a lot of judgment from my peers. I remember in first grade, I had a kid come up to me during class and ask me why Jewish people didn't believe in God and only believed in Jesus. When I tried to explain to him that it was the exact opposite, that we believed in God, but we didn't believe in Jesus, he started arguing with me and harassing me about it. By the time my teacher took notice, I got yelled at for talking, and my teacher would not listen when I tried to explain what had happened. When I reached middle school, people were usually less judgmental of my religion itself, but they became a lot more exclusive when it came to holidays. I remember being in chorus. Our winter concert was almost entirely Christmas songs. There was even a song praising Jesus that I told my choir director I wasn't comfortable singing, and everybody said I was overreacting for not wanting to sing it. This was also the age when my peers started making Jewish jokes, despite not even fully understanding what most of them meant. The only time I really benefit from being Jewish was when I had my bat mitzvah, and that was only because by this age none of us had ever really been to a party that size before. However, it was still really hard explaining to people that they had to wear a dress or a shirt that had to cover their shoulders, or that boys had to wear kippahs inside the synagogue. They just didn't understand. Whereas if it was something like a confirmation, people would understand the rules of going to a church. But double standard is they don't understand the rules of going to a synagogue. By the time that I got to high school, I was kind of used to the idea of being judged for my religion. However, this is the time when the Jewish jokes started getting really bad. I remember in study hall senior year, I had a classmate who made a joke about Holocaust, which, as most of you know, is one of the most devastating historical events for Jewish people. I mentioned to her that it bothered me, and she responded with, "Oh, it's fine, I love Jewish people." Most people don't understand that any type of joke that involves a cultural group is really offensive, because they're typically based off of stereotypes. The most annoying one is when people ask me why my nose is so big, or they said that I look Jewish, which is really frustrating because anybody can be Jewish. However, being Jewish has also given me a ton of amazing opportunities. I worked for 4 years at a Jewish community center day camp, which is the same camp that my mom and my grandmom worked at. It was amazing to get to experience an entire camp that was dedicated to the Jewish community and its values. The best part was that most of the campers weren't Jewish, so they got to experience an entirely new culture. We also had 4 teens from Israel come over every single summer and teach the campers about Israel and Jewish culture. I got to meet and get close with 4 sets of teens, each group having an entirely different dynamic. Each group taught me something new, and I gained a bunch of friends who live across the world from me. I also had a chance to go to Israel for free through Birthright my freshman year of college. This is a program that lets young Jewish people visit Israel for 10 days absolutely free. It was so amazing to see all the different ways that people relate and celebrate Judaism. It was also amazing to see a country that my religion calls homeland. Even there, everyone had a different identity when it came to being Jewish. Being Jewish gave me an entire community to get involved in and experience, and I will be forever grateful. Overall, I'm proud of my community and the religion I was brought up in. However, it's brought way more challenges into my life than my peers who were of a Christian-based faith.